Now this week, we zero in on several other issues, including economic development. The mayor is touting some big projects: the rail trail, expansion of high-speed internet fiber, and the possibility of a new soccer stadium. But there are also some lingering concerns about the money used to prop up another sports arena outside of the city. Here's New Mexico in Focus senior producer Lou DeVizio.
Now moving on to economic development, the economy. That Saturday we talked about high-speed fiber, making that available for every city in the home. What's the timeline on that, and will everyone in the city be able to afford it once it is available?
You know, this was something that really flew under the radar, I think, when it came out and when we announced it. And I can't exactly remember. There was some reason for it. It wasn't COVID, but it was sort of something like that. And I think it's exciting. Basically, there's a regional company who does affordable high speed, and they're laying their own fiber. And that's important because they don't have to, fight with franchise agreements with the larger, giant multinational corporations. So they have committed to laying their own fiber to every business and home in Albuquerque. And they're also, their whole program is about affordable high-speed internet. And so it's a matter of time. I think it's a 5-year rollout. We could get you some more details on that, so it's going to take some time. But it'll effectively end the digital divide here. And so we're very excited about it. But, it's still, years away. But I saw them digging. I mean, they're real. They're adding fiber. So as long as that company keeps going, we gave them the franchise rights and the licensing to do it. That's sort of the city's role in the easements and so forth. And so now it is in their hands to sort of finish the job. But as long as they do, it's going to be an amazing thing for our city that we've long wanted.
You also talked about a different way to connect people, the rail trail. The city secured $40 million for that project. Is that enough to get it done? And do you have a timeline on this project too?
So we're hoping to break ground on this project this summer as well. And it's just such an exciting idea. So it's this, parkway, pedestrian parkway that connects the rail yards along downtown, and then it curves all the way to Old Town. That is incredible to connect like our two sort of biggest tourism destinations and sort of the hearts of our city, old and new. And the idea is, of course, it's along a railroad track, which is why it's called the rail trail. But that project basically roughly has 8 phases. We have enough funding for 4, and 2 of the phases are going to start this year. So that's sort of the answer to your question. But the whole thing is going to be a long-term run. But we're going to start it. And again, getting half of this done is also an incredible thing for our city. It's something we never thought. This idea, by the way, is also like 30 years old, I think. I've seen a lot of proposals on this. And no one could really sort of put it together. And for us earlier this year, we got some funding from the governor, we got some funding from the federal delegation and from the president's office and the Department of Transportation. And then we also worked out some easement and rail issues. And, all of a sudden it's ready to go.
Now, on the environment, the Water Authority has pushed back against the Air Force for its contamination for the decades-long leak at Kirtland Air Force Base. The city's been silent, at least publicly, on that issue. Are there conversations that we don't hear about, and does the city consider that cleanup a priority?
Well, it is all through the city member is half the Water Authority. So in this situation, we just work through the Water Authority, and that's a joint board of city and county. So from our perspective, there's no difference between the Water Authority and the city. That's what they do for the city. And I worked on this back as a state senator, and nothing is adequate till the plume is dry. And so I know it's been through ups and downs with different administrations out there, but I think the Water Authority at least, has been a steward of this project. The state also has played a key role, and I think that's one area we could maybe use a reinvigoration of what the state protection did. Ironically, it was the last administration was very firm on this issue with the Air Force, and they have much stronger tools than the Water Authority. This is not even close. And so, it's something we may need to sort of resuscitate those discussions as well.
Now, I want to shift quickly to sports in the Albuquerque area and stadiums. The city's inspector general found that Albuquerque's Parks and Rec department used taxpayer dollars from Albuquerque to pay for the Gladiator Stadium project in Rio Rancho. What do you say to citizens here in Albuquerque about their money going towards an attraction outside city limits?
Well, 2 things. First, it was just because of the pandemic. It was never supposed to go to Rio Rancho, and it's actually moving back. So, what happened, remember, Tingley was being used for shots and vaccines. So the team moved to Rio Rancho. And so that's how it happened. No one ever wanted it to go out there. And so also we are bringing it back. So I think this issue actually goes away pretty quick. I will also note that opinion that you referenced was repeatedly by lawyers found not to be legal. So that's just one thing too. The issue about where it is, I agree with. But we support our sports teams. I mean, I get capital outlay funding for nets at the Isotopes. The United has all sorts of funding to convert the baseball to soccer. So, the city supports our sports teams and our venues a lot, and I think it's a good thing. We do need to do it in Albuquerque, so I agree with that, but it's just a function of the pandemic.
You mentioned that statement being refuted by legal opinions. That was your representation, the city's representation, that disagreed with that, with the Inspector General. And according to KRQE reporting, the AG has opened an investigation. Is that something that you've been involved with? Have you had to cooperate with that investigation at all?
I haven't been involved at all, but I'm fully confident in the legal opinion. And even if it is, I mean, these kinds of issues with capital outlay projects, I mean, this is about kitchen equipment for nonprofits. We do work through these issues all the time. We're certainly happy to help with whatever, but I know, you need to be a lawyer to give a legal opinion. And so I trust lawyers on this issue.
When will that turf be moving back? You said that it'll be happening.
I think it's scheduled to move this summer after their season, and that was only because of sponsorship agreements that they were already tied into. And again, it'll go to Tingley, which isn't the city either. I mean, that's the state actually. And so Tingley can use it for whatever they want, but if there's some other purpose or whatever, I mean, I think then it becomes Tingley's issue to deal with. But we're happy to support our teams, and so we're not giving the netting back at the Isotopes, or changing the funding that we give the United to take the mound off the field, and these are all sort of part of what Parks and Rec does. So I think in general they do a good job.
You mentioned NM United. That stadium bond proposal obviously failed back when you were running for re-election, and we've heard about it maybe going to Balloon Fiesta Park. What's the status of that, and where does it go from here?
This is a really interesting one. I think the vote was the vote, so we respect that. And so I think we learned a couple of things, and I set some criteria. I said, look, if we're going to be involved in a stadium, it's going to honor what the voters said. So number one is we're not going to be the majority investor in the stadium. It's not going to be a city stadium because voters didn't want that. I also said it's not going to be downtown. I wanted it there, but I understand voters didn't. And so we said it needs to be in an existing place where there's existing infrastructure like parking and access, so it just doesn't create all these burdens on the city, right, to build out around it. And so when you look at those criteria, really the Balloon Fiesta interestingly fits in a really good way. We have this amazing facility that's rarely used throughout the year. And we can actually do it. There's a pocket, which is, you don't even really think about it, but when you drive down into the Balloon Fiesta, that's where it would go, meaning that it's right under the power lines, so it also won't affect ballooning. I mean, my first answer was that people are like, why, what about balloons? And I was like, well, when you put it under power lines that are higher than that, like the balloons already know like they can't go there. So it doesn't interfere with Balloon Fiesta. And so now the ball really is in the team's court. We have enough funding to do the sort of under the ground improvements, which we need to do anyway, electricity, sewer, water, we've needed all that out there. So we're gonna do that, and then we gotta fix the parking. And then they would actually build the stadium. And we'll have an MOU and stuff to figure out how to share it with Balloon Fiesta. So really, we're gonna do our part, and I think we need to do that anyway, whether there's a stadium or not. And if the team can deliver on the financing and what they need to do for a stadium, hopefully by the end of the year, we'll have an agreement to actually make it work.